What if I told you that some of the most elegant, well-crafted handbags in the world cost less than half the price of the designer names everyone's chasing? Not everyone wants to spend thousands on a handbag, and honestly, you don't have to. Luckily, there are mid-range luxury brands that deliver timeless style and great quality without the heart-stopping price tag. But here's the question I keep getting asked. Which of these brands actually hold up over time, and which ones are just pretty facades that fall apart after a season? Number 1. Polène, the Parisian darling. Let me start with a brand that's been quietly winning over fashion editors and stylists for the past few years, Polène. This Parisian brand has mastered the art of understated elegance, and their bags typically range from $350 to $700. What sets Polène apart is their architectural approach to design. Their bags have this sculptural quality that makes them instantly recognizable without relying on logos. The Numero 1, their most iconic style, has these rounded edges and a distinctive curved silhouette that looks like a piece of modern art. It's structured enough to look polished, but soft enough to feel approachable. The leather quality is exceptional. We're talking full-grain leather that develops a beautiful patina over time. The hardware is solid brass, not the flimsy plated stuff that chips after a few months. And here's something I love. Each bag comes with a unique serial number and is crafted by a single artisan from start to finish. That's the kind of attention to detail you'd expect from bags costing twice as much. Polène is underrated because they don't spend millions on advertising. They let their product speak for itself, and word of mouth has built them a cult following. If you want that Parisian je ne sais quoi without the Chanel price tag, this is your brand. Number 2. DeMellier, British elegance meets purpose. Now let's cross the channel to London, where DeMellier is redefining what mid-range luxury means. Founded in 2014, this British brand has a unique philosophy. For every bag sold, they donate to a charity supporting women and children in need. So you're not just buying a beautiful bag, you're making an impact. DeMellier bags range from about $400 to $900, and they exude that effortless British sophistication. The Montreal tote is a masterclass in versatility. It works equally well in a boardroom meeting or at a weekend brunch. The leather is sourced from Italian and Spanish tanneries, known for their ethical practices and superior quality. What makes DeMellier particularly special is its approach to timeless design. These aren't trendy bags that'll look dated next season. They're classics in the making, with clean lines, minimal hardware, and proportions that flatter rather than overwhelm. The Midi Mayfair, for instance, is the perfect size for daily essentials without being bulky, and the structured shape means it always looks intentional, never sloppy. The brand is underrated simply because they're younger and less established than heritage names, but the quality and design philosophy are absolutely on par. Plus, that charitable component adds a layer of meaning that you won't find with most luxury brands. Number 3. Strathberry, Scottish craft meets modern sensibility. Speaking of British excellence, we have to talk about Strathberry. This Scottish brand, founded in Edinburgh in 2013, has been quietly building a reputation for impeccable craftsmanship and distinctive design. Their bags typically fall between $400 and $800. Strathberry's signature is their bar closure, a sleek metal bar that runs across the flap of their bags. It's become their calling card, and it's brilliant in its simplicity. The Strathberry Nano Tote is a particular favorite. It's perfectly proportioned for everyday use and comes in the most gorgeous range of colors, from classic neutrals to rich seasonal hues. The construction is what really impresses me. Each bag is handcrafted in Spain using traditional techniques with significant time and care going into every piece. The leather is butter soft yet durable, and the attention to detail in the stitching and finishing is remarkable. These bags are built to last, not just to look pretty for a season. Strathberry is underrated because they're competing in a space dominated by century-old Italian houses, but they're holding their own with quality that speaks for itself. The Duchess of Sussex is a fan, which tells you something about their appeal to those with discerning taste. Number 4. Wandler, the minimalist's dream. If you lean toward minimalist avant-garde design, you need to know about Wandler. This Amsterdam-based brand, founded by Elsa Wandler in 2017, creates bags that are architectural marvels. Prices range from about $500 to $1,200, and every piece feels like wearable sculpture. The Hortensia bag is their breakout star, a medium-sized shoulder bag with this distinctive curved shape that looks almost like a saddle, but infinitely more sophisticated. The leather is impeccable Italian quality, and the construction is so precise that each seam and fold feels deliberate and purposeful. What I love about Wandler is that their bags are conversation starters without being loud. They have this quiet confidence that comes from excellent design rather than obvious branding. The color palette is usually muted. Lots of creams, tans, browns, and blacks, which makes these bags incredibly versatile. Wandler is underrated in the broader market because they appeal to a specific aesthetic, that refined minimalism that values form and function in equal measure. If you appreciate design that's more concept than costume, this brand delivers in spades. Number 5. Yuzefi, London's bold answer to luxury. For those who want something with a bit more personality, there's Yuzefi. This London-based brand brings bold architectural shapes and unexpected details to the mid-range luxury space, with bags priced between $400 and $1,000. The DeMellier bag is probably their most famous. It has this unique ring handle that makes it instantly recognizable and incredibly versatile. You can carry it by the ring, wear it as a shoulder bag, or go crossbody. The leather is beautiful, the craftsmanship is solid, and the design feels fresh without being trendy. What makes Yuzefi stand out is their willingness to play with proportions and shapes while keeping things wearable. Their bags have personality. They're the kind of pieces that make people ask, "Where did you get that?" But they're also practical and well made enough to be daily drivers, not just special occasion accessories. This brand is underrated because they're still building name recognition outside of fashion circles, but insiders have been onto them for a while. If you want something distinctive without sacrificing quality or breaking the bank, Yuzefi delivers. Number 6. Pegai, the artisan's choice. Now, let's talk about Pegai, a brand that embodies everything we love about thoughtful, handcrafted luxury. Based in Texas with much of their production in Spain, Pegai creates bags in the $400 to $900 range that feel like they belong in a much higher price bracket. What sets Pegai apart is their unwavering commitment to traditional craftsmanship. Each bag is handmade by skilled artisans using vegetable-tanned leather, the kind that develops the most gorgeous, rich patina over time. This isn't leather that's been chemically treated within an inch of its life. This is the real deal that gets better with age, developing character and depth that tells the story of your life. The casual briefcase is one of their signature pieces, and it's perfection for anyone who wants a bag that transitions seamlessly from work to weekend. It has this wonderful vintage-inspired aesthetic, but with proportions that feel completely modern. The leather is thick and substantial. You can immediately tell this bag is built to last generations, not just seasons. Pegai is criminally underrated because they're not spending money on flashy marketing campaigns or influencer partnerships. They're investing in their craft, in their artisans, and in materials that honor traditional leatherworking techniques. If you appreciate the kind of quality that improves with age and the idea of carrying something made by human hands rather than machines, Pegai should be on your radar. These are heirloom quality pieces at mid-range prices. Number 7. Mulberry, the accessible British icon. Here's a brand you might have heard of but may not realize belongs in the mid-range category: Mulberry. While their highest-end pieces can climb into true luxury territory, their core collection sits comfortably between $700 and $1,500, making them more accessible than you might think. Mulberry has been around since 1971, so they have the heritage and expertise that many newer brands are still building. The Bayswater is their iconic style, a structured tote that's become synonymous with British elegance. But what I love is their Lily collection, which offers that same quality craftsmanship in a more compact, everyday size. The leather quality is exceptional. Mulberry works with high-quality tanneries and has long-standing expertise in finishing, which means they control quality from sourcing to production. The postman's lock hardware is their signature detail, and it's become so recognizable that it doesn't need logos to announce itself. The bags are structured beautifully, holding their shape year after year while developing that covetable patina. Why is Mulberry underrated in this conversation? Because people often mentally place them in the too expensive category without realizing that many of their styles are actually quite accessible, especially compared to French and Italian luxury houses. You're getting British heritage craftsmanship, iconic design, and materials that will outlast trends. For someone wanting to invest in a brand with staying power, but without the stratospheric pricing, Mulberry's core collection is an incredibly smart choice. Remember that question from the beginning about which brands actually hold up over time? Here's your answer. All 7 of these brands have proven their staying power through superior construction and timeless design. The key is that they're not cutting corners to hit their price point. They're simply not inflating prices for brand prestige. They use the same quality leathers, employ skilled artisans, and maintain strict quality control standards. The difference is they haven't been around for 100 years building brand equity, so they can't charge luxury prices yet. That's exactly what makes them such smart investments right now. Choosing your perfect mid-range luxury bag. Now that you know which brands to explore, let's talk about making smart choices within this category. Your first investment should always be in classic neutrals. I know those bold colors are tempting, but black, tan, cream, and chocolate brown will serve you infinitely better. These colors work with everything in your wardrobe, transition seamlessly through seasons, and never look dated. A neutral bag in quality leather is like a white t-shirt or the perfect blazer. It's a foundational piece that elevates everything else you wear. You can always add a colorful bag later as a fun accent piece, but your first mid-range luxury purchase should be something you can reach for 7 days a week without overthinking it. When it comes to design, invest in structured pieces. Slouchy, unstructured bags might look effortlessly cool, but structured designs give you more bang for your buck. They hold their shape better over time, they look more polished and intentional, and they generally wear better with age. Structure also signals quality. When a bag holds its shape, it shows that the leather is thick enough, that there's proper interfacing, and that the construction is solid. These are the bags that develop that gorgeous patina while maintaining their silhouette, the holy grail of leather goods. The landscape of luxury is shifting, and these mid-range brands are leading that transformation by proving that great design and quality craftsmanship don't have to come with intimidating price tags. You now know about 7 incredible brands that deliver everything you want in a luxury bag without the financial stress. These aren't compromise choices or almost as good alternatives. They're genuinely excellent bags that happen to be more accessible. The smart money isn't always on the most expensive option. Sometimes it's on the thoughtfully made piece that delivers exceptional value. Start with one classic neutral structured bag from any of these brands. Care for it properly, and you'll have a piece that serves you beautifully for years to come. Your wardrobe and your bank account will thank you. Spot a mid-range bag that you can attest to its greatness. Let me know in the comments section down below. If you found value in this video, you're gonna love this next one.